based off of angles. Different angles do different things, but you have to have something to flake it with. So what I'm going to do is decide where I want to take a flake off. And in this case, let's take a flake off in this area and thin that place down just a little bit. I'm just going to take the hammerstone, whoops, crack in it. Let's start again. I'm just going to take the hammerstone. Let's take a flake off right here then. Take the hammerstone and clip it and remove a flake like this. Now if you can do this, you've made a stone tool, because now you know how to make a sharp edge. Not only is that edge sharp, that edge is sharp. Okay, that's how you sharpen tools. Now, next you will decide what you want to take off and where you want to take it off at. There's a little more control to it like this. Let's see. I'm going to use a piece of leather, protect my knee. I'm going to simply tap on this edge, like this. Okay, remove all of this little stuff along the side. Just that much is enough to do it. Now, what I'm actually doing is getting rid of the sharp edge. I don't want to hit a sharp edge, okay? I want it to be sharp when I finish it, but not while I'm working on it. And so now you just take any abrasive tool or stone and rub on it like this, okay? Once you've rubbed on it and made it blunt, then you're ready to strike it and remove a flake. Now I'm going to use a base of deer antler like this to do this. I'm going to simply decide to take a flake, and I want to take a flake right here. Let's remove all that. Hold it, and I'm not going to hit it like this, like a baseball. I'm coming straight down. I'm flipping the edge of it, like so. Whoops. There it goes. And remove the flake. Okay. Now, then you can see, understand now that I'm just peeling flakes off of these rocks. Okay. I got a nice blade sword going here. I can pull long blades off of it all day long. But now, if you want to finish a point, let's say we worked that one will say it stayed together and we worked it down into something like this, okay? Now you're going to pressure flake this, and we're going to use just the tip of the deer antler like this. Let me find somewhere to flake on. Always grind the edge down, okay? You want to blunt the edge. Let me sit down to do this because it's a lot easier to do sitting. Let me explain my technique too. I'm going to just lean on it, okay? Push to the side. Okay, it's all the technique. We showed kids how to do this. Everybody grew up knowing how this was done. And you're simply going to lean on it, apply pressure to the side, and push the flake off. Let's see.
Now, what kind of stone is this again?
It's just plain old flint rock, Cherokee County flint.
Rock?
Okay. Just to give you a better idea. Okay, neat. I want to take the flake off right there, okay? We'll be more visual with it, use a pencil. I want to take that flake off. And so, I'm going to lean on it, push the flake, remove the flake. Neat. See how that works?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't let it get complicated. What you're doing is carving a rock. You're making a stone tool, okay? The minute you knock a flake off of it, it's a stone tool. Now, having seen me do these techniques, because you use them all together, having seen me do these techniques, you understand that I can take a flake like this, make a point like that in just a matter of minutes. Okay, just chip it out. It doesn't have to be pretty, but it does have to be sharp. They do have to work. Now, all of the southeastern Indians used river cane like this as an arrow shaft. Okay, you simply heat it, bend it to straighten it out. They don't have to be perfectly straight, and I'll explain why in a little bit. But you're going to take this, once you've made the arrow out of it, you're going to take your point, and let's say we'll use this one right here, because he's going on one next. You're going to use pine sap mixed with charcoal as a glue. It's not the only glue we had, but it's a good archery glue. And you're going to use sinew, okay? We call it uwatu. It's ligaments, it's tendons out of a deer, okay? Now, to start with, when I'm doing this, I'll break off the size I want, I'll strip it off, and I'll throw it in my mouth and chew on it. Okay, softening it up. Now, next, I'm going to take this and catch it on fire, dab a bit on there, and put my point in. Okay, by the time I finish doing all this, I'll take the sinew out and tie it on. Now, this side, most commonly you associate arrows with 3 feathers. You see that little cut right there? We only use 2, but they have to be made like this or they don't work. Okay. The way you do this is tie it from the side to the top. Now what this is going to do is when you shoot it, it imparts a spin, which you don't have to have perfectly straight arrows, especially if you hunt. You don't shoot that far when you hunt. Now, if the wind will cooperate, you can see my arrows are not perfectly straight. But they work good.
Sure.
Now, that's a hunting arrow. If I shoot something, it's got barbs on the end like, where'd it go? I did something. We'll use this one. It's got barbs on the end like this, notches, okay? It's tied on. It can be shot, it can be retrieved, it can be used again. Now, war arrows, completely different. Made identically the same way, but no notches on the end, okay? They're simply made with a V notch on them like this. You glue them in like this, okay? Now, you shoot them. It's not a fatal shot. Let's say you get shot in the hip bone, okay? You get shot in the hip bone. Because the glue actually holds it on there nice and tight, if it hits anything solid, it breaks that seal. That comes off, stays in the hip bone. If it's not a fatal shot and you don't die from a nasty infection, you carry that the rest of your life. Now, all Aboriginal tribes did this, no matter where you go. Every tribe you ever come across is going to have hunting points and war points. And that was the difference in ours.
Wonderful.
Now, all this stuff doesn't work unless you have a bow, okay? What we call jock. Now, you know how to tell the age of a tree by counting the rings. Okay, one growth ring all the way down the face of the bow, right here. You see this side? You see the growth rings that have been cut through? You don't see that on this side because it's one growth ring. Now next, it's all personal preference. Every man made his own things, and so height, shape, everything is based on his own personal preference. Next, you're going to take it and start shaving the belly down. Once you shave this belly down, what you're trying to attain is the simple fact that it bends. You want to bend it from here to here on both sides. Utilize as much of that wood as you possibly can. You're going to get the most effective bow at it. Now, for a string, bear intestine. It wasn't the only string we used, but it was the best. Okay, now you're going to cut that thing open. You're going to clean it out completely. Cut it into strips and twist it and let it dry. Okay, once it dries, you have your string. There is the bow. Any questions about it? Anything we've talked about so far? Guys, you want to shoot a little bit? Told you, nigga. Actually. Say it. Can you say it? Told you, nigga.
Told you, nigga.
Say, dear soul, I told you, nigga. Now what we're going to do, guys, you can move over to the boat. What we're going to do is see how close we can get that leaf up there. You have to remember, now the way we're shooting, okay, the way we're shooting, you don't actually aim when you shoot a bow, okay? If you're raised from the time you're a child hunting with a bow like this, then you don't actually have to aim. After a while it becomes muscle memory, and it's like throwing a rock. You just look at what you want to hit, and you throw at it, okay? Guys, you remember throwing rocks when we was kids, you know, you didn't aim. You just look at what you want to hit, or who you wanted to hit, and throw at it. Okay. Can you all see?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, good shot. There's one deer. There's two. There's three. If you can hit something of that size, one of these leaves up here, kills on our deer is actually pretty good size. Ooh, there's one. Fine, seven. We'll have a hole right in the eye. I'll shoot over that. I will say